Hey everyone, welcome back to another Wildwoods Honey Farms YouTube video. My name is Grayson, and today we are going to be talking about how to help your bees bring in more honey. A lot of folks I know have been struggling bringing in a lot of honey, especially in spring and fall, and today we are going to be talking about it. You may be thinking there's not a whole lot that we can do, but there is a couple management things that we can do inside a colony and outside of the colony to help the bees out to bring in more honey, especially in spring and fall, to help the bees bring in much more honey for the winter. Okay, the number one thing that is really important is to start off with very healthy and strong colonies. I have emphasized the whole thing before. Keep your colonies strong, keep them healthy. As long as you keep them healthy and strong, keep the queen strong, make sure you inspect regularly enough that you know that your colonies are strong, your queens are healthy. And as long as you mark that box, that will definitely help your bees bring in more honey. Next thing that is really important as well is to make sure you monitor, treat, and prevent diseases and pests. Pests are really annoying, especially hive beetles. They can definitely cause an impact, varroa mites as well. So just make sure you treat your mites, make sure you take care of your beetles, make sure you do everything that you can do, control pests and diseases. Okay, next thing is to make sure you provide enough hive space in the colony. The way you do this is to make sure if your bees are getting overcrowded, they don't have enough room, add supers or add brood boxes. If you only have one brood box, you can add another brood box, and after that, most likely just keep on adding supers and don't let your bees get overcrowded. That's one of the best ways. Make sure your bees are not overcrowded. Another way to be able to know if they don't have enough room is to check for swarm cells, and it's pretty much naked to the eye that if they're overcrowded, you'll see them all in the colony, and that's the key to add boxes on the colony. Next thing is to make sure you place hives in abundant and diverse nectar sources where you know that you have all your sources of nectar. Make sure your area that you put your bees, make sure you know what you have in your area, make sure you know what flowers, make sure you take advantage of your nectar flow, and make sure you put your colonies where you know there is a good bit of what your bees take in. So the main thing to do there is to do research. Make sure you research what your nectar source is, what the bees preferably like in your area, and make sure you place your colonies in near abundant and diverse nectar sources. Okay, next thing is to make sure you time your hive inspections. Don't stay too long in your bees. Doesn't mean that you can't go into your bees. You can inspect them, do everything you need to do, but make sure you time them. Make sure you don't stay in the colony too long, because that can disrupt the foraging process, especially if you stay in too long. I've done that before, being unintentional in my colonies. Make sure you're intentional. That's really important as well. I went into colonies way too much, and that has definitely disrupted them bringing in honey, and that can also make an impact on the bees bringing in nectar. The next thing is to encourage strong genetics. Italian and hybrid bees are often prolific and great honey producers, while Carniolan bees are excellent for brood buildup and overwintering. I have Italians. They're really good for making honey, as Carniolans are much better for overwintering. And Russian bees are also really good for producing honey. Genetics can be a big thing for beekeepers to debate. So if you're a beekeeper, even if you're a new beekeeper, or if you're a beekeeper who has been keeping bees for a while, make sure you definitely look at genetics, especially look at what you need. If you want a lot of honey, Italians and Russians are for you. If you really need to get your bees through winter and make honey, that most likely be the Carniolan, because Italians are much better for southern states, and Carniolans are preferably better for the north, but still can go either way. You can still overwinter Italians up north, but more preferably better for us southern beekeepers. The last thing I really want to talk about real quick is document and improve. Keep detailed records of each hive's performance, honey yield, and nectar flows. Experiment with different hive configurations or forward enchantments to optimize production over time. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. I want to give a shout out to the person who gave me this video idea. Thank you, Eggsteadgardens, for giving me this idea. And thank you all for watching the YouTube channel. If y'all would like to recommend a video idea, please do leave that question in the description below. I'll respond and I will make sure to use your idea in a video, and I will shout you out in the video like I did in this video. It's hard to think of topics, so I figured that I might as well bring some of my viewers in and to help me out to think of some topics. So thank y'all again. Go on and click the thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it, and we will catch y'all on the next beekeeping video. Take care, everyone.